Hello, my pipe sipping community. I hope you appreciated the intro. I figured at this point, might as well have some sort of a formal introduction. Probably not going to go back and plug that intro into the previous reviews that I've done, but I think there's only maybe 10 reviews on this channel so far, so it is how it is. I try not to get too crazy with, I don't know, editing, production, trying to keep it somewhat entertaining for you all. But I also figure the name of the channel is Pipe Sipping Mason, and well, Freemasonry is a very big part of my life, of who I am as a person. Those of you who are not familiar with Freemasonry, no, we're not some conspiracy group that rules the world. But for those of you who are not familiar with it, I would also suggest, especially for those men in the audience, old and young, especially in today's age, by all means, go ahead and look into it. So, for today's review, it is beautiful out. It is probably already close to 50 degrees, and it's not yet noon. And I just love that. So, the blend I decided to do was Solani's. This is blend 779. And if I recall, I have either read or seen something on the worldwide net regarding a reblend, or that 779 is supposedly a reintroduction, I suppose, if that works, of a blend. This is an English blend. It is a very refined English blend. It's not overly hearty. It's, I believe it is considered a medium. And I'd say like a medium, but on the lighter end of a medium. And I think I say that mostly because of the type of mixture that this is. It's not a cheap mixture. I mean, it's not going to break your bank, but it's not a cheap mixture, and it's for a reason. The Syrian Latakia is there. It's still your smoky Latakia, but it's like a clean smokiness, yeah, I mean, that's really the best way I can describe it, is it's like a pure, cleaner Latakia. It's still has that smokiness, but it's not as rough, so it's more palatable, obviously, but in its own right. I mean, and I know that I'm not alone on this. There is something very desirable and enjoyable about that real thick, smoky Latakia. That is kind of like a chimney flue / just doused campfire flavor. I don't know. But this one is not. This one is definitely a more refined one. And it's funny because it's considered a luxury English blend, or an English luxury mixture, I think is what they have on the tin. I suppose. And I think I've mentioned this before in other reviews too, is certain blends that are out there that have, like, you know, a secret mystery topping or flavor to them. And I think some of them don't even necessarily even say that it's a topping, just that there's something mysteriously blended in there. And a lot of people will comment that it's a anise or black licorice kind of flavor profile that they'll find in that English blend. And again, this is just me. But I really find that with a lot of English blends, if you sip it correctly, if you keep the heat down and you are sipping it with a cadence that allows it to just be lit. Not a crazy mouthful of smoke. Not a hot bowl where you can barely hang on to it. This is the, it's not the season anymore, but this is the 2023 Peterson's Halloween, the Dracula. The bowl on this is so light. I mean, you would swear it was made of plastic, especially just because of the coating that's on here. I'm not sure how well this is going to come out, but yeah, it has a type of you know, curing to it that gives it a slight gloss, and it really does have a very light plasticky kind of look to it. Anyways, but the bowl does heat up. So for sure with this blend, as I try to do when I sip all of my blends, I have to really keep it light because it will absolutely uncomfortably heat up this bowl. But when you're sipping it at that cadence, when you have the heat level just moderate, the aftertaste for a lot of Englishes, I personally discern that anise black licorice flavor to them. I just kind of feel as though that it's just that combination, as I've mentioned before, that Barks root beer, that bite that you get when certain Englishes are blended a certain way. You know, and it's not like this has any perique or, you know, any blends of tobacco that are going to give it necessarily a bite, especially this blend. But the Solani 779 has Latakia, it has red Virginias in it. It is a very basic one, and to be honest, begrudging to me, the Oriental and Turkish that's in here is, it's light. I mean, and again, it could just be that it's more of a clean, better tobacco. I really don't know. But for sure, there is a component to this that makes it so that the Oriental / Turkish is just really in the background. And as anybody who's been watching my channel knows, I definitely am more of a Oriental forward English tobacco sipper. But it's okay. Because again, honestly, I would not want all of my English blends to taste the same. would make for a pretty boring pipe sipping journey. I really like having some variance, some variation, some options. Right? We all want some options in our pipe tobacco blends. So the Solani blend 779 gives you an option to sip a more clean, more refined version of an English blend. The red Virginias in this they're not that predominant, in my opinion. It's there, and I think it lends again to some sweetness to the blend, but they're not very present. They're there, but they're sheepishly standing in the corner of this party. Not saying much, but still dressed nice. Yeah, I mean, again, this would be a blend that I could see people saying, oh, everyday blend. This is an all-day blend. If you had the wallet for it and you were somebody who enjoys English, absolutely. Because it is kind of lighter. It's much more gentle as you sip this. It is, by no means is this a blend that's going to bite your tongue. I've not had that happen. Again, I do have just a natural propensity to sip my pipe slowly. My cadence is usually pretty light. I find that I get a lot more flavor when I do that. But yeah, so this is it's a very refined, very clean English blend. Again, great one for summer time. I will sip this if it is a very warm day, and I've just had maybe some good steaks on the barbecue, a couple fingers of scotch, and this blend, absolutely. Where you just don't really want to sip on anything that's too heavy. This is a great blend for that. This is not a blend to be sipped for its complexity. Just for a very enjoyable, for me, I keep this for an occasion. No, today is not anybody's birthday. It is just a day off with really warm sunshine after a hell of a week. And that's occasion enough. So, if you have not tried it, Solani Blend 779, definitely worth a go. If you have tried it, please, I love the comments. I can't stress that enough. Truly, I really do. Again, this is one of those types of channels where, I don't make money off of this. I really just enjoy hearing from others, especially the individuals that I see in my comment section almost once a week. I enjoy conversing back and forth with you all. It's part of it for me. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you haven't sipped this before and you do in the near future, please jump on. Let me know. Let us know what you think of it. What flavors you pick out of it. Especially with a blend like this, I would love to know. Like, is there something there that I haven't picked up yet? And just because of the way our beautiful brains work, a lot of times once I hear that, it'd be like, Absolutely. And I love those little eureka moments where it's like, yes, I totally, now that sipping piping experience for that blend has now changed for me, and it's quite enjoyable. So again, love it if you would please like it, subscribe it. Gives me my encouragement to keep on making reviews. And thank you for watching.